We're live.
What up, Evan Hand? Let's get weird. It is the Tuesday edition, the first ever edition of the last edition where we will ever have to say the name Mike White. So, Evan Hand, how you feeling today on the newest and latest edition of Stay Cashin, where you just lost your franchise quarterback?
I'm in disbelief. I don't know.
There's so many things going on right now. March Madness, Aaron Rodgers, chaos everywhere. And all I cared about was 2 p.m. today to get on here and shit down your throat about Mike White not only leaving the Jets, but you're going to get to see him twice a year on the Miami Dolphins, potentially starting once Tua gets concussed in the preseason.
I just already know that it's going to come down to him throwing 500 yards and 6 touchdowns in one game and beating us. But my day's a little better now that we started off the show with a $50 donation from Zab asking for
Zab comes flying in, beat fucking Cody to it, and fucking throws up a hammer to start the show.
He wants a crip walk,
Zab.
though.
Zab's the best.
I mean, as you can see my eyes, haven't slept at all.
I'm very tired.
My mom had surgery yesterday, and I was at the hospital, and I just got home, and I just woke up.
Yeah, and I've been I took Monday off from life after a 48-hour bender in a Discord, and then I've been spending all day today researching and writing up the Bracket Bible, which is still on sale now. So people are all morning, where's the information? I'm not just going to put it up the first day because it's out. Do you want it right, or do you want it early? Which do you want? I'm not done. I haven't even filled out my bracket yet. I'm not finalized.
Thursday, right?
What? It starts in 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it'll be done tonight, and then probably tweaked on Wednesday. I can't write up. Dude, I don't even know who's out. Me and Howie are going to have to come in. I've spent all morning digging to see if Bona's playing for UCLA, see if Sasser's playing for Houston, see if Kansas has got a big guy out. There's like 5 teams that have like big players that if they're playing, I'll probably have them to win it all. If they're not, I might have them out in the second or third round. Bill Self, I think, is back.
I've heard that Miami has a big chance of.
Miami's the other one. Their big needs to play, has to play.
I heard that everybody's loving them to lose first round.
They will if he's out, possibly, and that's what I'm saying. That changes my whole bracket. I can put Miami in the Final Four, or I can have Miami losing to Drake, depending on 1 or 2 pieces of information. So how am I going to write up the whole thing right now until I know? So,
and I'll tell you, I think Duke's biggest challenge is that first game. Mm-hmm. And after they get past that first game, I think they cruise all the way to the final.
They do have a pretty easy bracket. We'll talk about all this when Howie comes on, and we'll fucking go through it. But this is part of the reason why the Bracket Bible at 4 Deep is so much better than the Bracket Bibles anywhere else, because we're updating it daily. So we already got plays out for today. We'll have plays out for tomorrow. We're going to be updating this thing until April 3rd. We're going to every day. It'll be fluid, like Bill says, like Bill's NBA picks.
Yeah, can we get into the most important thing?
Oh, God, I can't wait to see what this is.
Well, I'll let Evan start it off because his guy's gone.
First of all, hi, Rackets.
Hi, Tommy G.
Hi. Okay. Go on, Evan.
First of all, shout out Colt.
And by the way, donation. Bill, if you say anything is the most important thing above March Madness, you're an idiot.
No. This is.
No, it isn't.
No, it is.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
It is.
It is. It literally isn't, though.
Because I'm going to say, well, no, let Evan start.
All right. So
I'll say it's the least important thing to talk about right now.
No, you're scared. That's why.
No, not at all. I don't know what you're saying.
Okay.
Anyway.
Jenna!
Anyway. Aaron Rodgers is off his fucking rocker, basically. I mean, the Jets are bending over backwards for this guy. And a report just came out from Diana Rossini. How you doing? Says Aaron Rodgers has
provided...
provided...
I like Diana Rossini, right? You like Diana Rossini, too?
I do, yeah.
I like her. I think she's sexy. She's from here, too.
She's a Jersey girl. Yeah.
She's a Jersey girl. She's a sexy girl. She's a sexy lady. Big fan of Diana Rossini. Carry on, Em.
Anyway, she said, Aaron Rodgers has provided the New York Jets with a wish list of free agents. He would like them to target and acquire, per sources. It includes Randall Cobb, Alan Lazard, Mercedes Lewis, and Odell Beckham Jr.
Jordy Nelson, Donald Driver. Who was the guy you said Rackets in the pre-show?
Antonio Freeman. Greg Jennings.
You guys are so stupid. Rackets,
imagine Donald Driver comes out of retirement at like 54 and fucking plays the slot.
Imagine being a Jets fan right now.
Oh, we're loving it, baby.
This guy is fucking with you guys.
Bill. Okay, so now, Bill, I'm gonna let you rant. You can't say imagine being a Jets fan because there's two Jet fans right here. One, me, fucking beaming like a ray of light, like a fucking sunflower growing in a garden of weeds, and then Evan, who's miserable and wants to kill himself. So there's two different types of Jet fans right now. Why am I beaming? Because if the Rodgers thing fails, Bill, who's our only plan left?
Your boy.
Zach Wilson, babies. So my worst case scenario is let me get a full year. I'm good. I'm glowing.
Everybody is gone.
Everyone's gone.
Quarterbacks.
Carr's gone. Garoppolo's gone. Everyone's gone.
They're all – and the funniest thing is Major Applewhite, once Tua gets hurt in game 1 and he gets a concussion, he's going to come and beat the Jets.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
That's the funniest thing.
I actually hope the
Jets
Jets
into all them fucking great receivers that they got, and he's going to torch you. So – and then I love how the Jets players are fucking announcing that we got him. They're burning cheeseheads. And then the fucking coaches and coaching staff have to tell them to shut up.
Rewind.
Because they're on vacation and they don't even know what's going on.
So the burning the cheesehead wasn't because they got him. It was to summon him for his power.
It's a sacrifice.
And now he wants to bring in all his guys to replace those guys.
That's not fucking happening.
That's the funniest thing. All the Jets
Garrett Wilson's like, wait, timeout, bro. Timeout. I thought I was good. What the fuck?
The Jets receivers are all happy because this guy's coming. He wants to get rid of him.
Garrett Wilson's like, all right, if we get Lazard and Cobb, well, where the fuck am I going to fit in?
And yesterday, what was it? Trey Wingo decided he wanted to put out. He's like, it's a done deal. They're done. Rodgers is coming. And then Schefter comes in and he's like, what the fuck are you talking about? That's just not right. So it's been a mess.
I honestly don't think it's a mess. I think it's perfectly clear. I think Aaron Rodgers is done. I think Trey Wingo is right. I think everyone is. It's done, guys.
I agree.
Let me tell you why you're wrong. Let me tell you why you're wrong. And I said it before. Because if you were right and the deal was done, he's not a free agent. Everyone's forgetting he's not a free agent. If this was done, the Packers would shit on him and tell everybody it's done so he doesn't hold the cards.
It's already.
Why would the Packers hide it?
Let me explain to you what's happening right now. The Packers and Jets already have a deal done. Whereas when the Jets say in, the Packers say in. They're done. Take that, put it over here. The Jets and Rodgers already have a deal done. The Jets said we're in. They said they're in. Rodgers talked to the Packers. They're in. The Packers are in. The only thing left is part of the Rodgers-Jets deal that's already done is, hey, go get me at least one or two of these guys. Lazard, Cobb, whatever. So everything's done. Now the Jets go out. They get Lazard. They get Cobb. You'll see Rodgers commit tomorrow or the next day, and everyone's happy and everything's over. It's done. It's all done. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet. Bill is wrong.
Aaron Rodgers does not have a no-trade clause.
Bill still thinks today that Rodgers isn't going to the Jets.
He's not. He's fucking with you.
I don't think we would be signing Allen Lazard.
Everything's done. Just like I told you for a year, Aaron Judge is not leaving the Yankees.
Let's go back. Don't even get me started.
Aaron Rodgers is a Jet.
Don't get me started on the Yankees because I don't know if I've been watching spring training and Aaron Hicks is a fucking stain, bro. Yeah. This fucking guy the other day fucking went after a ball. They're trying him in left field. He went after a ball against the Red Sox and let it drop because he thought it was foul and it was fair. What are you doing? He's garbage. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to play. Bring in the fucking young guys. I'm telling you, he's going to be in left. Fucking IKF's going to be at shortstop, and Donaldson's going to be at third opening day, and none of them should be. What is Cash?
And guess what? None of us care because Rackets will be rooting for the Orioles, you'll be rooting for the Mets, and I'll be rooting for the Mariners. And we could just move on with our year again like we did last year.
No.
I'm not coming back to the Yankees till Boone's gone. So you guys have fun worrying about Aaron Hicks. I'm worried about fucking J-Rod.
Does everybody realize, before I go off on this tangent, that Cashman has done nothing?
Yeah, of course.
Cashman orchestrated the worst trade in baseball history with these three clowns.
Yeah.
And then
and the second worst with Frankie Montas, who also is not going to be
who's never going to play. He's out for the year.
And Rodon is actually nobody's talking about Rodon being hurt.
Yeah,
Rodon has a fucking arm injury too.
He's done for half the season.
Yeah, I would say he's not going to be around for a while. So,
but we all knew he had injuries.
Can we talk about the Mariners, the team we should be talking, or the Mets or the Orioles?
No, the Mets have same injuries.
Fuck this team.
No, bro, you can't because Cashman. You realize that Cashman didn't get the Judge deal done. That
it was
Steinbrenner really he had to call him and say what because the fucking Padres had $415 million on the table, and he had to say, please, what do we need to get this done today? And he promised Judge that he would sign players that he hasn't done.
All right, listen. As much as I love the tangent, we got a lot of time left this month to talk baseball and free agency. This week is NFL free agency and March Madness.
Okay, another thing. Let's go back to Rodgers.
All right, go back to Rodgers if you're going to talk.
You were with me last year when you said that he sucked. Why would you want a 39-year-old clown?
I never said Aaron Rodgers sucks.
He gave up on his team.
I said Aaron Rodgers doesn't care.
And now he cares?
Yes!
And you think he wants to come
for a year?
You think he wants to come to the best division in football?
No! But I think he needs to win to wrap his career up. Aaron Rodgers, listen, everyone's like, someone on the radio yesterday, Aaron Rodgers may play 4 more years. No! Aaron Rodgers is going to play 1 more year. He'll sign for 2. He'll care for 1. That's what's about to happen.
He'll care for 1? He'll care for 1?
We have 1 shot at Aaron Rodgers. That is this year. After this year, he's going to check out. Randall Cobb, Mercedes Lewis, all them will be dead and retired. This is their fucking swan song, too. And we'll be back to Zach Wilson or whoever we draft. That's what's coming after this. You have 1 shot. It's like fucking Eminem. 8 Mile. You only get 1 shot. This is our time to blow right now, Bill. 1 year of Aaron Rodgers caring. You're going to get 1 year.
He doesn't care at all.
He will this year because he has to for 1 year.
And if the Giants don't go out and sign Odell Beckham Jr. right now.
Yeah, he's going to be a Jet. I'm going to fucking laugh in your face.
The Giants haven't done
How bad will you be if the Jets sign Odell Beckham?
I'll be pissed.
Good. Then let's get him. Rackets, what do you think of Rodgers' situation? Is he signing with the Jets? Will he care?
I don't know. I mean, I think he will care, but the career trajectory of being Brett Favre is scary, man. Like following right in line with him. I mean,
it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
It's fucking
next
weird.
thing you know, he's going to send a dick pic to a cheerleader.
Yeah.
His dick's probably bigger than Favre's, though. Guys, good job. 380 people watching and 83 likes. You fucking losers. Come on. Get your shit together. Evan, come on. Yell at them.
380 people watching, 84 likes.
So
84?
84.
You tell me less than 25% of people clicked the button?
We had 400 in here.
75% of people didn't?
The Pat McAfee show is almost over, and he didn't say Aaron Rodgers is not on yet. So
he prefaced the show.
Another day gone by.
He prefaced the show by saying there will not be an announcement today. He has no fucking clue what's going on.
Guys, I'll tell you what's going on. Aaron Rodgers is a Jet, and you're going to find out in a couple days.
We're going to find out by Trey Wingo?
No, you're going to find out by Aaron Rodgers. You think Aaron Rodgers is going to... Aaron Rodgers probably was going to announce. And then Trey Wingo released that, and Aaron Rodgers said, no, bro, I'm announcing.
Where does Pat McAfee live?
Why, you want to find him? He's in Indianapolis. You want to go fly there? Or afraid to get hostiled if you go there?
Is he going to be 5 minutes from our house at the stadium? No.
Why?
He's not. Aaron Rodgers wants to go where that guy goes. He wants to be where that guy. I don't know. They might have a love affair.
He doesn't even go in studio, you idiot. He does everything.
I know he's at his fucking house, bro, doing it.
And by the way, Bill, that was my thing from a year ago. You don't get to take this over. Okay, you don't get to take my.
I never knew that you said.
Yeah.
You say
Brackets, didn't you hear me saying the culture in the running for Rodgers because he wants to work with McAfee?
Yeah.
Yeah. Bill's trying to claim that as his thing. Fuck out of here, bro. Get your own shit. You don't get to take my shit from last year and fucking bring it in because now he's coming in. He's coming to the Jets. He's not going to Indy. He's not going to fucking Africa. He's not fucking retiring. He's going to the Jets. He'll be there by Friday, and I will curb stomp you. I'm going to take my dick, and I'm going to smash it on the screen, and I'm going to mushroom thump you until the end of the show.
There's no 2 other people in the world who know more about the love of drugs than me and you.
Let's go.
This guy.
Let's go.
This guy is 39 years old.
We're close to our age, too.
He has found a love for drugs. Once you find that love, bro, it doesn't go away.
It never lets you down.
Bro, and you can't be an NFL player and be in love with drugs.
Be fucking slamming ayahuasca.
It doesn't work.
Be fucking dropping acid in the offseason.
He's a multi-millionaire.
That's why I said he's got a year.
Who could sit at home and fucking sniff fucking whatever the fuck he wants.
He doesn't sniff. He does ayahuasca and acid.
Go out into a dark room and
he's not fucking mainlining heroin in the fucking basement.
How the fuck do you know what he's doing?
Because I know who he is. He's a hipster fucking.
Everybody who gets high is chasing the next high, dude. That's how it works.
Whoa, Brian Healy in the chat saying, send me the Zoom link. Guest appearance, Brian Healy?
Yeah, no. You don't get to just come on when you want. What the fuck we need you for? We're going to March Madness. Get your ass back in a water park.
Another comment in the chat. No MLB talk.
Put Healy on the bench. Bring me Howie Dewey.
Fucking
Healy, send me the Zoom link. We're gonna watch him watch him play slots.
We're gonna talk about baseball before opening day.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're watching the wrong show if you don't want baseball till opening day.
Because I've been secretly watching a lot of spring training. And
secret? Why is it a secret? Why don't you just do it publicly?
Because everyone's interested in March Madness and
baseball becomes relevant next week.
Breaking news: Darren Waller's going to the Giants.
That's a good one.
That's a good move.
That's good.
What do you think of that, Bill?
I love it.
You should just thank Rodgers. He didn't want him, but the Jets would have signed him.
I love it. I now just get Odell and we're set.
Yeah, I mean, dude, Waller's got at least 4 good, solid, healthy games in him. It should be good. You're gonna have a good first month, that's for sure. Before he's out for the year.
You have a guy as your quarterback who got booed off the field.
Who?
You.
Who's our quarterback?
Well, no one right now, but
who you referring to?
The kid who fucking fucks his mom's friends.
Oh, well, he's not a quarterback. Aaron Rodgers is, baby girl. Aaron Rodgers is. Aaron Rodgers. Howie Dewey, how you doing?
He has no audio yet.
All right, let me try it again.
There you go.
Now, Howie Dewey, how you doing?
He's got a shirt on today.
Howie, you look overdressed today.
Kind of cold.
So, Howie, I need to talk to you a little bit. Obviously, the brackets have launched. March Madness is upon us. Me and you will have all the information. Right now, we got tonight's games written up in the Bracket Bible. So we did the games for today and tomorrow. I'll have my full regional breakdowns and everything by late tonight, which may be 4 in the morning, first thing in the morning. For you guys, you'll have a full day and a half to go through it. But we can kind of high-level overview it, Howie. The first thing I want to do before we talk about...
I did a lot of whippets too, guys.
Whippets are awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Aaron Rodgers does whippets too. Those 100%. Only fuck you up for like a minute and a half. So yeah, you could probably bang a whippet an hour before the game. Howie, you seem like a whippets guy.
Oh yeah.
How back in Howie's day they were doing it right out of the whipped cream, Bill. They didn't even.
You just go in and empty a whole supermarket. Go right down aisle 10.
Yeah, I was professional, bro. I had the cracker, the cartridge, the balloon. I was fucking professional.
Yeah, Bill was very good at very many drugs, so we definitely believe that. So Howie, I got a couple questions before we start breaking down a high-level overview of the bracket here. We got some major injuries that are going to drastically affect these teams. We got Houston, Miami, Alabama, and Kansas. So the big 4. I don't know if you know any others major injuries that we need to worry about, but the reason I point at these 4 is because I could easily have Kansas winning it all. I could easily have Miami in the finals, Final Four. I could have Miami playing Houston in the Sweet 16. Yeah. And I don't know who's going to – they're both missing potentially their best or second best player, depending on who you talk to.
How are you guys even picking any other team besides Alabama to win it?
Well, we'll go through. We're going to go through it right now.
The second round. Are you kidding me? Alabama has no chance of winning this tournament.
Me and Howie disagreed greatly because I think they're the favorite right now.
No.
They are by far the favorite.
All right, so let's start here with the South. So, Bill, get involved. So, in the South, high-level overview, we got Bama, CC, Maryland, Virginia. Won't go through all the games. Then at the bottom, we got Arizona, Utah State, Baylor. Howie, the thing for me is Bama's got nobody. Bama can walk. Yes. They have the easiest region I've ever seen. Bill, is that the reason why you're all over them?
Yeah, and this whole thing with the gun thing is behind us.
I mean, it looks like they came through that, right? Like they played well. They got through all that. We got Arizona, Howie. Baylor, who I'm not high on. Virginia, who I literally think fucking sucks, isn't just
Arizona.
overrated.
I think Arizona's a better team overall than Alabama, let's just start here. They play in the shittiest conference in as far as a big Division I conference goes. Night after night, they play nobody.
That's true.
Do they have the best player on the court?
He's one of the best players in the country. One of the best. I don't think he's that head and shoulders above everybody. There's really good players out there. Miami's got a couple guards that Alabama would have major problems with. Look, I give the kid credit. He's 6'10", he can shoot it, he's smooth, but
Did you see what I tweeted the other day, Howie?
no.
I said he reminds me of a young Durant with more of a killer instinct. We were talking about that in the chat.
I mean,
got that killer instinct.
He's a good player, but here's the problem, man. Look, man, they're playing Mississippi, Mississippi State, Vanderbilt. Who, look, man, let's call it what it is. Vanderbilt won some games, but Kentucky sucks this year.
Yeah. But Howie, who's beating them in that bracket?
It's just that bracket, Howie. Who do you see here? So, all right. So let's run through this real quick.
Let me look at the bracket.
We both like SEMO tonight. We'll talk about that in a minute. So Alabama, SEMO, Alabama walks. Maryland, West Virginia, in my opinion, is one of the weakest 8-9s that's out there, because in these other 8-9s, you're looking at a Memphis advancing to the 1 seed. You're talking about Arkansas or Illinois advancing to play the 1 seed. Iowa advancing to play Houston. Maryland, West Virginia, unless those teams are somehow transporting home and playing on their home court, neither of them scare me.
They both – listen, here's two things to consider. Number one, and I don't like that game, man, because number one, you got Bob Huggins, who's been to this tournament. He's pulled major upsets in this tournament. West Virginia has a team that will rebound with Alabama. They got some guys. They will rebound with them. Maryland, Alabama's got nobody that can cover that lefty from Maryland. Nobody can cover that kid. That kid will score 30 against Alabama. Either one of those teams could make it interesting. Now, should Alabama win? They should beat one of those teams.
The reason I don't like it, Howie, is because they're similar styles, right? Like West Virginia relies on rebounding, toughness. That's kind of what Alabama's doing out there, right? But with more length and more athletes. Dude, they don't, West Virginia's a team with really one scorer, right? It's Stevenson. You can talk about McNeil and all these other guys all you want. If Stevenson's off, they lose. If Stevenson's on, they can win. It's pretty much the same thing with Miller. I just feel like they should have stuck in Iowa. They should have stuck on Memphis. They should have stuck on Arkansas.
I agree.
And someone more fun, because I feel like this is a little bit of a cupcake 8.
But both Maryland and West Virginia playing better conferences in the SEC.
That's true, and they are tough teams. They can bang. They won't get run off the court. That's
West Virginia's playing night after night. West Virginia's playing Texas, Kansas, Baylor.
But here's my problem, Howie. Let's assume, right? So yes, can they get upset? Of course. Let's say Alabama gets through that. Now the 4 and the 5 below them are San Diego State and Virginia. Virginia fucking sucks. Virginia is Alabama minus the athleticism. They do the same thing, except they don't have any athletes.
I don't even know if Virginia gets past Furman.
That's what I'm saying. But I'm saying that's what we're looking at. We're looking at a week 8-9.
So
San Diego. Alabama's going to lose to Virginia? Never.
Howie, you're telling me that you have Alabama losing to Maryland or West Virginia?
Where do you have them out, Howie?
I'm not calling that. I'm going to say it would not surprise me.
Right, but if you had to fill out, I know me and you haven't finished our official brackets yet because we're still doing our breakdowns. But as of now, where do you have Bama out?
I would have Bama. I would have Bama losing to like possibly a Creighton or Arizona.
Okay, Sweet 16.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean that's realistic.
Healy said Creighton in the chat.
Now, here's the thing.
I'm just saying that.
No, but here's the thing. Virginia, they may lose to Furman. Furman's good. But here's the thing. Virginia plays somebody like Alabama. They're going to slow it down to the point. Bama's going to lose their mind because they're going to pass the ball around until 3 seconds to go on the shot clock, which is what Virginia does. And I could see that score 48-44.
I mean, I would definitely take the under.
Yeah, I mean, if they're playing Bama. I'm just saying, on paper, when you look at that bracket,
Howie, just say what you want to say. You hate the whole fucking SEC, and you're not touching a single team from it.
I do.
Just say that.
I can't stand.
Just say that Jesus Christ could play point, and God could be the power forward on Alabama, and you'd still get them out in the Sweet 16.
I think there's 5 teams in the SEC that have a tough time in a Division III tournament. I'm sorry. Every year, if you follow this tournament, Tommy, every year, Every year they put 7 or 8 teams in, and after the first weekend, there's usually 1 or 2
Yeah,
left.
the SEC, just fucking melts.
They don't do well in this tournament, man.
So you hate the SEC. Let's go at the bottom briefly. Who do you have? I don't want to go too in depth because they got to buy the Bracket Bible and get a free week at 4 Deep Bets with the Bracket Bible. All you got to do is go in there. If you don't want the free week after that, just click unsubscribe, and you'll get the free week, and you don't have to renew with it.
We got baseball coming. Some of us are focusing on baseball.
Right. You better stay. But Howie, on the bottom side of the bracket, though, I'm a little confused on this. I'll tell you, the South is my least strong bracket. I'm not very confident on this side because I don't know what Baylor is. I know they got a ton of guards, but I've hated them all year, and they look like shit. Creighton and NC State, try to figure out which one of those teams is going to show up. Utah State I love, but Arizona I think is overrated, but they got to – I don't know. I would honestly say of the 4 regions, this is my least favorite. So who do you think comes out of the bottom, and who do you think goes out early in the bottom?
That's a tough reach. I mean, I personally, I like Arizona. I think they're finally playing well. My problem is, I don't know if you've seen Princeton play, but Princeton can beat anybody in the country if they play well. Princeton's legit.
They're good.
They got a 6'9" kid going to the NBA.
Yeah.
They have 2 solid guards, and so Arizona's got to get by Princeton. And then
Utah State, Missouri's no picnic no matter who. And then Creighton or Baylor's no picnic. Like the bottom of that bracket's a lot tougher than the top.
It is. Baylor, I know they've been beat up. They could lose that first round to UC Santa Barbara. I mean, they're a good team.
Listen, I wrote it in the write-up for the conference tournament. I said Baylor, if their guard – the reason I didn't like them to win the conference tournament and they got bounced early – is because I said they're too guard reliant. It's great to be guard reliant. You want to be guard reliant this time of year. They're too guard reliant. I said if these guys aren't, I don't think they can hit their shots for 4 straight games. So Baylor's going to go out at some point in the first. I see a lot of people having them in the finals. Baylor's going to go out. I just don't know when it is.
Memphis could win that whole entire region. They're playing better than anyone, but they got to get by Florida Atlantic.
Well, let's go there now. So go to the eat. Bill, what would you take? You got Alabama coming out of there, right?
I have Alabama.
No question. What do you got at the bottom? What do you like?
In the Purdue one?
In the South.
Oh,
with Alabama.
Oh, what you're talking about? I like Arizona.
Arizona. All right. We'll go to the bottom here. Purdue. I mean, this one's set up for me to just. I do like the way this worked out on some level because Purdue is a fucking terrible basketball team. They're not a 1 seed. They're a joke. They're overrated.
If I'm Texas Southern or Fairleigh Dickinson, I'm going to hold a practice after that game and say, here's what we're doing, fellas. After every single make, after every miss, I don't give a shit. We're picking up full court the whole entire game.
Yes. We'll get 200 fouls. Because they're going to score every time down with Edey, so you might as well foul and put them on the line. They can't break the press, that team.
You guys in the walk-on, you guys that are walk-ons here on this team, you're going to get a chance to clothesline somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I would tell them.
The thing I don't like here, Howie, is I think I'm taking either team, Memphis or FAU, to beat Purdue in the next round. I like FAU, and I really like Memphis. Yeah. I hate that they're playing each other. I hate that we're seeing games like Arkansas, Illinois in the 8-9, Iowa, Auburn, Maryland, West Virginia. We've seen all these teams. Yes, maybe not play each other, but they're all the same team. They're all this, fifth best team in their fucking conference. They're, big school. I want to see Memphis play Maryland. I want to see FAU play West Virginia. I want to see big school, small school. I don't want to see big school, sleeper. Because Memphis and West FAU are 2 of my sleepers, and they're fucking wasted on each other right now.
Well, I looked at the whole entire tournament top to bottom, and I think the committee did a
horrible job
matching up. I mean, forget about sending teams like St. Mary's to Albany, New York for their opening game against VCU, which I find comical. They stuck it to a lot of these small schools.
Yeah, they really did. What about Duke? Duke does. I hate to fucking say it because I hate Duke. But with Purdue, you can't pick Memphis in the finals. Maybe you can, but it's going to be tough because they got to they might not win that first round game. Yeah. Tennessee sucks.
Duke comes out of this bracket
Do you think Duke comes out of this? I think they
long
lose
as-
to Oral.
If they can get by Oral Roberts,
Yeah, I think that first round game is their toughest game.
As long as Duke can beat Oral, didn't they make a run? They were far, right?
I mean, dude, Oral Roberts is a good team, man.
They have good guards. Good guard play is what you need in this.
And it's a 5-12.
I'm not big on college basketball until the tournament happens, but Oral Roberts has a really good team. They got need is guard play, and they got great guards.
And we hate the Tennessee Louisiana, right?
I think that game is. I would take Oral on the points in that game, but I think Duke wins, and I think after Duke gets past that game, they roll right through the bracket.
What do you think, Howie?
Unfortunately, I got them in my Final Four.
Yeah, it sucks, right? It happens every year where you got to put a team in that you don't want to just because of the path. Yeah. And my decision is, am I knocking them out round one, or am I putting them in the Final Four or Elite Eight? Elite Eight, because I'm going Kansas State.
Flip a coin because Oral Roberts. I could see Oral Roberts getting up in that game 15-6.
Yeah, yeah, right. And then seeing if they can just hang on.
Yeah.
The bottom half of the bracket is fun. Marquette, Vermont. I mean, Marquette's got to be like, really, dude? We're a fucking 2 seed and we get Vermont? Like, I don't want to fucking play these guys.
You don't want to play.
How the fuck do you draw Vermont as a 15?
No.
Gonzaga got Grand Canyon as a 14. How's Vermont a 15?
I don't know. That's a horrible draw for Marquette.
Horrible draw.
Yeah.
Kentucky, Providence. I mean, Kentucky deserves a tough matchup, but they got to be like, fucking Christ, Providence is our 11? That's not fun.
Yeah, Providence will throttle them.
Providence should beat them. USC, Michigan State is going to be the who shows up game.
Yeah.
And then Kansas State, Montana State. I mean, I like Kansas State. I didn't like how they finished the season, but I do think they got a nice little path where I could see them making a run to face Duke in the 8.
And traditionally, those schools out of the Big West usually get blown out the first game. Montana, Idaho State, Montana. They don't fare well.
I agree with you. Let's go over to the Kansas side of the bracket. Bottom right quadrant here in the West. A lot going on in that top right corner there, Howie. Kansas has got to be like, wait a minute. We're the number 1 overall, right? They were the number 1 overall, right? We're the number 1 overall, and Alabama's got to worry about fucking nothing. They got San Diego State, Virginia, Maryland. We're the number 1 overall. We get a hot Arkansas team, a cultured Illinois team, St. Mary's, VCU, UConn. This is our quadrant? Like, what the fuck did we do wrong?
That's the toughest bracket in the tournament.
Whenever it's Gonzaga, it's a cakewalk. It's Kansas, and it's a nightmare.
Kansas has, who knows, Arkansas, Illinois is going to be interesting. I hate the SEC. Arkansas is a decent team. Illinois has good players. They can shoot it. But then St. Mary's, VCU is playing better than anybody in the country.
And there are 12.
They could be anyone. And St. Mary's is a good squad. But yeah, Kansas is in tough.
UConn, Howie, that was your national champion at one point.
They are now.
You're still right. I mean,
I got them winning it all.
You could argue that after the first game, Kansas is going to have nightmare games for 3 straight rounds.
Yeah,
nightmare games. I mean, Purdue's going to be running into Duke or Tennessee. Alabama's fucking running into probably like San Diego State or Furman. And Kansas is going to have Illinois and UConn, or Arkansas or St. Mary's and UConn. That's not fair.
Let me stop you on the San Diego State game because I do think we are all overlooking a team that won 30 games. And I've seen Charleston 4 or 5.
I have Charleston winning that game.
Charleston has 3 of the best shooting guards in the country.
Unbelievable. Snipers from all over.
Yeah. I mean, they pass and just fire. They play loose. Charleston could win the first 2 games. I mean, that's a possibility.
That's what I'm saying. You could have fucking Alabama going against Charleston and Kansas going against UConn.
Yeah.
Like, how the fuck does that make sense? How is UConn a 4? I don't understand it. Bottom quadrant, we went fucking purple nurple down here in the bottom with TCU, Grand Canyon, Northwestern, all the purple teams showing up in the bottom right corner. Should have just moved Kansas State over to that side and really cleaned it up. But Howie, what do you like out of the bottom here? I mean, dude, the Kansas region, the top half with Kansas is hard, and the bottom half is I think a little softer even, but only because of some injuries and stuff. It's a gauntlet. The West is tough the whole way up and down.
I think Gonzaga got a little too much cred this year. I mean, they should get by Grand Canyon, but Look, man, I'll tell you who I'd be pissed. If I was Northwestern, I would be pissed off that you got to open up with Boise State.
And then go right into UCLA. That's not
Yeah.
fair. They're not a 7 seed. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. And I mean, if there's ever a 15 that could beat it too, UNC Asheville, they have good players, man.
Uh-huh.
The
15s are insane, Howie.
They always beat it
The
too.
15s are Princeton, Vermont,
Yeah.
Asheville, and Colgate. Colgate's the one I'll put as fourth. But Princeton, Vermont, and Asheville are good fucking teams, dude.
Let me ask you this. You look at all 4 brackets. Give me the one outside possibility of a 16 beating a 1, and I'll give you mine.
Mine's fucking Purdue.
Yeah.
That's the only one. That's the only one I could see. I don't see any of these other ones. Howie's probably on North Kentucky, knowing him.
This is crazy, and I'll throw it out there, but I've seen them play a bunch of times this year. Northern Kentucky, if they shoot the ball well, slow it down, they could give Houston a hell of a game.
Yeah, I think listen. Kansas is going to roll. Alabama's going to roll. Houston, if Sasser's in, I don't see a way. Purdue's the only team I can see being upset by a team.
They say the kid from Miami's coming back.
I think
you gotta watch out. You gotta watch out for Gonzaga, bro.
All right, so Bill, give us your East. What do you think of the bottom of the bracket? The East, the one with Purdue and all that in it. What are you looking at?
I told you Duke. Duke's coming out of that.
Duke's coming out of that.
I know.
All right, give us the West.
Gonzaga.
Wow, you think Gonzaga's getting all the way through, huh?
UCLA with the injuries.
I mean, yeah, if UCLA's missing a couple. Are either of those guys, is Bona coming back, Howie?
The kid that tore his ACLs or his
Jackson's not coming back.
yeah.
I don't know if Bona's coming back or not, though.
Gonzaga's got the player who has the most experience in this fucking tournament.
Well, and he's going to be back next year.
4 or 5 years, so.
That's a fun region, the West. And then Howie, you're saying North Kentucky's got a shot. I think you're smoking that ayahuasca, but hey, listen, gotta make some bold predictions here. Do you have the balls to pick them, Howie?
Yeah, I just know they're good. Northern Kentucky.
Right, so you're going to take them with the points, but not in your bracket.
Yeah. I mean, will a 16 beat a 1? Doubtfully, but if there is one, I think they do have a chance. Look, Colgate's playing Texas. Colgate could easily beat that. To me, that's not an upset. I've seen Colgate play too many.
So you love Colgate. So it's Princeton, Colgate, Vermont, and UNC Asheville. So we love all 4.
I do.
All 4 15s.
I think it was about 5 years ago, Tommy. I was in Vegas, and one of my buddies, he went up and he put $100 on every underdog in the opening round, both days, Thursday, Friday. 3 favorites covered. That was it. Every underdog covered.
Listen, we've seen it before. So let me. So this just makes me like Miami even more. Okay, so if you think Northern Kentucky at least is live to give them a tough game, and we're looking at Sasser being out, I don't even need to ask you to know we're both going to be on Iowa, correct?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Auburn ain't winning that game. So we're looking at Iowa, Houston. Iowa could beat anyone on any day, and they could lose to anyone on any day.
They can put up 115 points.
Right, or they could go fucking 4 for 44 from 3.
Yes.
Miami Drake is a tough fucking game. Drake is a bad matchup, but
it's good.
Drake
everybody loves the Drake.
But I do think, Howie, whoever you have, if you've taken the Drake upset at I don't even know what I'm doing yet. You'll know when you read the bracket Bible. Yeah. If you're taking the Drake upset over Miami, I will tell you this. Whoever I have winning that Miami game, see you next weekend. They're going to beat Indiana or Kent State in my side. What do you think?
Absolutely. Yours? No doubt about it.
Whoever's coming out of that is going through Indiana, Kent State winner.
Yeah, I have whoever wins the Miami Drake games going to the 16s.
And you could even argue they can get to the 8.
To the 8s.
Yeah, but they're definitely getting
Miami, if the big guy comes back and he's 100%, they have a shot at winning the national championship.
Yeah, it's 100%. And then the bottom of that bracket is obviously a bunch of fucking dog shit. I mean, if you really look at the Kansas bracket, here's who's in Kansas: Arkansas, Illinois, St. Mary's, UConn, TCU, Gonzaga, Northwestern, UCLA. You look at this fucking bracket: Houston, Miami, Iowa, Auburn, whatever. Indiana sucks. Iowa State, fine. Xavier, who the fuck knows what they are. Texas A&M's good sometimes, and Kansas may lose to Colgate. How is that possible?
No, Penn State is playing the
Penn
best.
State has a shot at going to next weekend.
Penn State's got a shot at going.
Kennesaw State can get to next weekend.
Yeah.
Anyway, Drake can get to next weekend in this bracket. How the fuck does Houston get this and fucking Kansas gets that?
Dude, Penn State should have beaten Purdue. I mean,
I had him.
He drew up that play at the end, and all that kid had to do was fire the thing back to Pickett, which he was supposed to do. He had Edie beat backdoor for a layup.
Yep. And honestly, here's the reason why I say, Bill, you laughed at me when I said Purdue could lose that first round game. Purdue lost to Rutgers, but the refs gave it to them. Refs stole that game from Rutgers. Ohio State had them down to the wire playing their fourth day in 4 nights. And Penn State beat them, basically.
Yeah.
So, I mean, what Purdue, that's like 3 okay teams. Like, none of those teams are great. Purdue can lose to anybody, dude.
They should have been a 4
Take them. Take them.
I know. I'm just saying. So, Bill, what's your take out of this top right region? Purdue's a 4 seed. Right. They should be a 4 seed. What do you think of top right region here in Midwest? Bill. Houston, Texas, Xavier, Miami, Indiana. Where are you going?
I like Drake if they get past Miami.
To come out of the fucking...
Not to come out, but I don't know. None of them, like, Houston's not great.
Drake, if you've seen Drake could come out of that region. I mean...
That game is fucking fucked up.
That game is a horrible...
Horrible game. This is the problem, Howie, because you got some games like that where, like, Memphis, FAU, Drake, Miami... Like sleeper teams that it's like...
Isn't that the biggest upset, too? 5-12?
Yeah. 5-12 is always the upset spot.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, 16 has beaten a 1 before.
Maryland one time, right? Wasn't it...
4 years ago, Maryland Eastern Shore beat Virginia.
Virginia, yeah, the shittiest... Fuck Virginia. Virginia's trash. The reason they did such a bad job seeding this is because a lot of these teams... Like, if I would have told you before the tournament I got Miami winning it all or going to the Final Four, everyone's going to be like, wow, that's bold, right? And then, it did. And then Drake going there, wow, that's bold. Don't take 2, wow, that's bolds, and pair them against each other. You're taking our sleepers away. Memphis and FAU, you fucked it all up, committee, as usual. Blue blood, Power 5 school versus a mid-major school. That's how you set it up. Sleepers versus overrated teams. That's how you set it up, not this shit.
Let Miami play in Auburn.
Let Miami, Iowa, Miami fucking Mississippi State, Miami fucking, yeah, come on. You don't put Miami versus Drake.
No.
2 dynamic teams that are exciting to watch and can win or lose on any day against each other. Stupid. San Diego State and Charleston. What? Put Charleston against fucking Iowa State or Xavier.
Yeah.
Like, fucking so stupid. So, who's winning it all, Howie? As of today, nothing is final.
Every single bracket that I'm filling out, I got UConn in the whole thing.
Yeah, wow. UConn all in, huh?
They got 10 guys. They all play 28 to 32 minutes. They have the best athletes, the best shooters.
You've been on them all year.
Yeah, he said Howie's just fucking. Are you just being a stubborn old man here, or do you really
You've been on them all year, no matter what.
Look at it. Listen, he sticks to his guns. You got to give him that.
I watched the game where they lost to Marquette by a few, and Andre Jackson got in foul trouble early. He couldn't cover the good lefty. They had to take him out of the game, and that changed the whole game. I like UConn. I think
every bracket, Dewey?
Every bracket.
You're not even going to slip a Houston or a Kansas in one of them?
No, I think UConn.
They're just living and dying with it.
Yeah.
We might not see you. We might not see you in the Sweet 16. You might not make it out of the weekend.
We may not win. We may not get by Iona. You laugh, but how many times is Rick Pitino? I mean, look, when Rick Pitino lost to Duke in overtime on Leitner's bullshit, they were like plus 24.5.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he takes.
Well, this is the rematch now.
I mean, yeah.
This is the rematch. You got a Hurley and you got a fucking Pitino here. But I got to say, Howie, this is not a fun Howie little quadrant there. You love VCU. You like Iona. You like Mary's. You got a lot of teams you like. Plus, you got Kansas hanging over top. A lot of teams, a lot of vultures swarming around your UConn meat.
I mean, VCU, I
love VCU.
I hate they have to play a UConn the second game because VCU is a team you put them in any other, where they could get to probably 8s.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go Basically, just again preliminary until my the bracket Bible is
I'll
done.
tell you why I love VCU, and you should love them too. Have you seen?
I do like them.
Have you seen the 6'8" truck driving redneck with the mullet Shriver?
Yeah. Anyone with a mullet, I love.
Dude, he's already got a gut at age 22. He's fat. He waddles up and down the court. And just
I love fat and mullets. They're my favorite.
Yeah.
I'm going Kansas. Final answer. I am worried about UCLA because I do think Bone is back, which I think will help them. They got Northwestern in that bracket. They got a tough quad. It's not going to be an easy run for Kansas for sure. I am going to go with Kansas with Bill Self coming back. Alabama is the easiest path, I will say, but I just can't see them winning it all anymore, even though I did before. And that East, I mean, what a joke. I mean, a lot of bad. Someone not deserving will be in the Final Four from that bracket, whether it's a fucking Duke, a Tennessee, a Purdue, a Kentucky, Michigan State. Someone who doesn't belong there if they were put elsewhere will be there coming out of the East. So that's our first look. Before we get out of here, Dewey, let's talk about the two games tonight that we have going on. Me and you are on the same side. That was nice to see. Both on it. So run through them both for me.
Yeah, I like Southeast Missouri.
I'm a big SEMO guy.
The other Texas A&M Corpus Christi, they're missing their best player, that guard. That kid is a beast. They're missing him. It's going to be tough for them tonight.
Yeah, I like SEMO here too. That's going to be SEMO. What do you have, +4?
Yeah.
I like him out right too. But
I do, yeah.
I like to put.
And I mean the other game. Are you kidding me?
By the way, just to fill you in here, a lot of funny line movement on that game. SEMO, Southeast Missouri, SEMO was up to 4.5 at one point. Texas A&M CC is down to 3.5 with about 80% of the money and 80% of the bets. So money and bets are piling in on CC, and the line's going the other way, which is good for our SEMO +4. So like that line movement, and then the next one is the Pitt game now.
Yeah, I just can't. Fucking Mississippi. Are you kidding me? I just can't bet an SEC team against Pitt, who's not great, but they're tough. And they have two fifth-year senior guards who they're not going to turn the ball over. They're going to hit their shots. They're not going to make mistakes. They're going to play defense. I think Pitt wins outright.
Okay. Any interest in any of these other games tonight? We got a shit ton of other fucking.
I love Rutgers at home.
I like Rutgers.
You know, I like Rutgers. I think they're pissed off they didn't get in, but he's recruiting like crazy for next year, and I think he'd love nothing better than Steve Peichel to play at Madison Square Garden one more time.
I think I like Liberty here. Liberty on the money line against Villanova. Villanova can't want to play here.
They don't want to go to
There's no way.
No.
Villanova has to be like, dude, just get us the fuck home.
Yeah.
At this point in this one. And we got Pitt. I'm on Pitt 2 later, as Howie said. Just looking through it. Honestly, I haven't done that much research on these secondary games yet. Spent most of my time researching the tournament. But I'll have plays out for the subscribers tonight on these games, as I'm sure Howie will. But we're both on SEMO, both on Pitt, and we will give the rest of the plays on the secondary non-March Madness plays at 4deepbets.com.
Yeah.
Get over there and sign up. Buy the Bracket Bible. Get a free week of bets. That's going to put you in our Discord. It's going to give you all the other sports, and you can stay with us forever and never leave. And we'll call each other family, and Bill will come over to your house and cook you dinner. How's that sound?
Let's go.
All right, Howie. See you tomorrow.
All right, fellas.
Later. All right, Bill Rupp. Any NBA you like today?
NBA's tough, man. A lot of big upsets. Celtics shit the bed last night. Tatum missed two layups at the end of that game.
Are the Celtics done, Bill?
I mean, they lost to the worst team in basketball with basically their full roster.
Your yesterday, Rupp. You've literally picked every team in the NBA to win the championship.
I mean, you got to go. You got to change. I mean, Tommy, you're going to stay with the Nets?
Clippers, yes. Clippers all year. I've said yes. Clippers. I've stayed with the Clippers all year.
No, you didn't say.
100%. I've said the
You
Clippers
didn't say
all
the
year.
beginning of the year. You said that.
So I've said Clippers all year.
Okay, they're not winning anything.
Oh, there may not be, but at least I stick with it, and not on my 18th team.
I can validate that.
I've said the Clippers all year.
All right, well, my team to win it, and
Who is it now? Rupp's team of the week is
to win the West. I gave it out. It was plus 5,500 on the Kings. Now it's 2,900. I suggest you get on it. They did lose to Milwaukee last night, but they don't have to play Milwaukee. You know,
There's only 20 games left in the season, though, guys. So you only got 2 weeks to wait for Bill's final regular season championship.
Listen, you got to go with the flow of the league.
Yeah.
I love the
You
Kings,
going to
dude.
stick with the Nets when they lose the 2 best players?
I'm committed. I'm still sticking with Zach Wilson.
Suns when Durant gets hurt?
I'm loyal, bro. I'm loyal. Once I lock in, I'm in. Zach Wilson, Clippers.
Listen, I'll tell
Howie's
you.
on UConn. Loyal
I'll
man.
tell you, if the Warriors could play any
Now he's jumping on my Warriors. Now he's jumping
any
on my Warriors.
basketball on the road.
I told you the Warriors will be fine come playoff time.
Oh, they won't.
They will.
Because they can't win on the road,
They
bro.
will. They
Dude,
will.
Listen,
They will.
Hoffman said they will change.
They will.
got
Not in the
blown
regular
out on the
season,
road.
though.
Tommy, you can't have 7 wins on the road.
No one.
Win the championship.
They're literally
don't-
an auto bet when they're on the road.
They
They're auto
don't.
bet against.
Listen, I'm the one who's been telling everyone they're not going to turn around in regular season. But, like, why do you think teams turn it around at halftime? There's got to be a reset. The Warriors will have the reset in the playoffs. They don't need to win 3 games on the road in the playoffs. They need to win 1. Because they're, like, unstoppable at home. They just need to steal a game in the playoffs.
They have 7 wins
I'm aware.
on the road during the
I will actually tell you that there's a chance that the Warriors end the playoffs with more than 7 road wins.
All right.
In the playoffs alone.
The other day, the Warriors on the road went down by 30, right, to start the game. Last night at home, they were up by 20.
They're right. So if you look at a playoff series,
Klay Thompson had 18 points in 8 minutes.
uh,
They cannot play on the road.
they'll be fine.
They're not a top 4 seed. They won't be a top 4 seed. They're not
They'll
going to be fine.
Be fine.
Okay.
Clippers and Warriors. Keep your eyes, guys. Those are the 2 to watch.
All right. Take the Kings, guys.
Any other plays tonight, though? Do you got any plays in the individual games?
I mean, I don't really know right now how you could bet pre-game NBA. Unless you're doing props on these guys, you can't do it. I mean, all these games tonight, are you going to bet the Bucks versus the Suns? The Suns got killed last. They sucked. The Bucks played a fucking hard-ass game last night against the Kings, and they won on the road. Now they're on the road against the Suns. You take the Bucks, which looks like they're the best team in the NBA, and the Suns don't have Durant. What do? I mean, I'm not going to do it.
I don't know. That's why people tune in to hear you.
Are you going to take the Knicks in Portland? The Knicks just beat the Lakers. Right now, my pick would be the Knicks. But unless Brunson's playing, you can't bet the Knicks. So
Tune in to Stay Cashin, where Bill asks you who to bet.
I'm not going to listen. I'm not going to be you where I bet the Nuggets again.
Listen, your team Nuggets.
No, I'm not.
You might as well had a fucking chicken McNugget sign on your chest all year with how much you love the Nuggets. As I told you, they're not winning anything. Now you're the biggest Nugget hater in America.
And listen, I'm gonna
Chicken.
hold on. I'm gonna be with you on this also, and I'm gonna change my mind. I don't think Jokic deserves to be MVP.
I mean, dude, Rackets. The kid is literally just. Here's who you are.
Listen,
you're me. Whatever I say now, you're going to say in a year.
I have to change my mind.
You're basically just me. You know when the DVR Rackets, when you pause it, basically pause Tommy G and hit play 6 months from now, and that's Bill Rupp.
But I do think, I do think that this year there should be no MVP in the league.
Just cancel it.
Cancel it.
Just cancel it.
What do you give it to? What do you give it to?
Not
Giannis?
Jokic. Not Jokic.
Jokic, who scores 12 points a game in the last 5 games?
As I said, not Jokic. Not
And then
Jokic.
Denver is just on an awful, they can't win.
I mean, it's going to be Embiid.
Shitty.
It's going to be Embiid, and Bill will be talking about the Sixers winning the championship
Listen,
by next week.
I'll tell you this, guys. If you want to
No,
bet,
what day next week do you start telling us the Sixers are going to win the championship?
I'll tell you if you want to bet, you bet Denver in the first quarter or the first half. Because that's all they can play right now. They lose every game close. They lose at the end of games. You have to take them first quarter or first half. That's the only way we're winning on Denver lately.
But, Bill, what day are you going to tell us that the Sixers are going to win the championship?
I do like the Sixers. You know, I do like them. They've been playing a lot of – listen.
But what day do you make them your pick? Like Friday or next Monday?
They won't win the championship because no team with Harden will win the championship.
Okay, so next Monday then.
Do you see a common theme with these 2 picks though, with the Sixers and the Kings?
What?
There's a common
that neither
trait
of them
between
have
the two.
any fucking chance at all of winning the championship?
No, they're 2 of the best fourth quarter teams in basketball.
Well,
They are.
and neither of them
That's
have
why
any
I like
chance of
them.
winning.
Listen, if you don't think the Kings have a chance of winning, you're nuts.
Kings are awesome. They need to play a little bit of defense, though.
Better enjoy your 5 games of Kings playoff rooting before they give up 137
points. You know who deserves to be MVP? Sabonis. That's who deserves to be MVP.
Honestly, yes. That should be the MVP.
The guy who, what's his name?
Sabonis isn't even on the list anymore.
No, which is ridiculous.
He's not even on the list.
Yeah, and they were talking about him on the TNT the other night.
It's him. It's by far him.
And they were basically saying, "Oh, here's one of the best players that nobody knows."
He's not even on the list.
Which
you can't even bet him on FanDuel. How's that possible?
A disgrace, bro.
How's that possible? You can't even bet him.
He leads the league in double doubles,
and his team is the most overachieving team in the entire NBA. That is the most valuable player. And you know, number 2 was Markkanen up until a week or 2 ago. Like, these are the guys who are the most valuable, where if you took Sabonis off the Kings, they go from a 3 seed to a lottery pick. It's that drastic. That's the most valuable.
You're right.
These idiots. Rackets, do we have any World Baseball Classic? What do you got, Bo? Pick another NBA Finals team before.
No, I will say the Kings will move up because now John Morant is in a facility in Florida.
He's probably in a padded room.
They tucked him with all the fucking people who think that they go to drug rehabs. Let's go to Florida.
Why do all the people I like end up going down such a dark path?
First of all, when I was...
Can I just get a guy who, like, just lives the Aaron Judge life? All the guys I like end up fucking banging people's mothers, ending up in rehab.
When I was addicted to heroin, everybody wanted to send me to Florida. Florida. I
still want to send you to Florida.
One person tell me, don't go to Florida.
Go to Florida.
Because it's the best place to get drugs. I don't know why anybody would go to Florida. That's where all the pill markets started.
And you find drugs on the highway in Florida, like laying on the street.
Everybody who I know went down to Florida for rehab, became a drug kingpin when they went to the Winn-Dixie down there. You go to the Winn-Dixie and you pick up drugs like you pick up eggs.
Yeah, you're fucking injecting heroin behind the dumpster at the Circle K.
John Morant is in Florida, and the NBA tucked him away down there so he can't play with guns anymore, and he's out for the year. So
yeah, he can't play with guns in Florida.
He can't play with guns in Florida. Okay.
Children run around with guns in Florida.
That team is done.
You know, before the show, Rackets, before the show and the pre-show, you guys missed this. Rackets is sitting there. He's like, no, turn the fucking volume off the TV or whatever he said.
I said, stop fucking with the TV.
Stop fucking with the TV. And then all of a sudden someone leaves. And we know he's not talking to his wife because his wife would punch him in the face if he said that to her. And then I'm like, all right, it's one of his 2 kids. It's his 4-year-old daughter.
She's turning the TV on.
And then he turns to his 4-year-old, stop fucking with the TV.
I go, stop fucking with the TV. Tommy's like, who's that? I'm like,
and then he goes, she went upstairs.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, she went upstairs and said, Mom, make me a fucking sandwich.
She went upstairs and said, Mom, Dad said stop fucking with the TV down here, so I gotta fuck with it up here.
Yeah, Mom, make me a fucking peanut butter and jelly.
And stop fucking with the TV, Dad said.
So, Rackets, what do we got for the WBC in tennis before we get out of
here? Venezuela just moved to 3-0. They're pretty much they guaranteed themselves a spot in the next round. Gave them got out at plus 1,300 before the tournament.
Let's go.
I like the Dominican Republic still to win, but Venezuela looks real tough, man. Like they look really good. And then in tennis, I got Barbora Krejcikova today.
Well, do you have any games on the individual games tonight? Right now, we got Canada going on right now, minus 210.
You can't bet them because all these spreads are like minus 5.
Take all the overs.
Yeah, and I just did that. And I got
take everything over.
I took the over in there, and it ended 4-1. Fucking ridiculous.
Israel versus Dominican Republic. I mean, Truth team. How did they stay within? How did the Jews stay within 7 of the fucking Dominicans? That's shocking. That should go over.
The Dominicans are going to kill Israel tonight. Yeah. A little bit of interest in Colombia. I don't know why Canada's minus 205. I like their team, but
Canada just got fucking mollywopped by the
USA. Did you see the other day? It was what's his name put out a tweet. I don't know if it was Schefter or someone for the baseball. It was the first time in baseball history that the game ended on a no-hitter with 4 pitchers in the 8th inning.
Oh, like a mercy rule or something?
Yeah, because of that. First time in baseball history. Crazy.
Bill Rupp, human Snapple cap. Carry on, Rackets.
I love it. Mexico tonight is minus 5,000. You're not going to do anything with that. But I had the Mexicans the other night against the U.S. at plus 260. If you're a subscriber, you got that one. The U.S. is overrated, man. I've been saying this since before the tournament. The lineup is disgusting, but they can't pitch. Like they pitched all right last night, but it was against the fucking Canada team that threw out a 19-year-old to start the game, and he basically walked the bases loaded in the bottom of the first. He gave up a million runs right off the get-go and just kickstarted the USA offense. But the game against Mexico, they struggled, and it was against Pablo Sandoval, who he's at what your average major league pitcher. He's not great.
The only player who's great on that team, honestly, is Mike Trout right now.
Yeah,
Well,
100%.
They're gonna win the world. They're gonna win the World Baseball Classic.
Mike Trout is dialed the fuck in right now.
Bell's gonna be on Japan, Cuba, Mexico, Rackets on Venezuela, DR.
If
USA
Mike Trout stays healthy this year and doesn't have that back problem,
yeah,
which
if he stays healthy, okay.
probably will never happen
okay.
since the guy's fucking.
Yeah, if Tommy G doesn't party all.
He's got a degenerative back issue where
he'll be fine.
His back is literally falling apart.
Yeah, he'll stay healthy.
I mean, that's what you want, right? Your best player playing all these games in March. Give me nothing.
That's good. The guy who can't stay healthy playing a full season before the season starts.
Smart. It's smart. Good job, Angels. That's why your teams always suck.
All right, we each get one pick. I'm going USA. Rackets, who's winning it all? I'm going USA plus 350.
I like the DR, but I'm taking Venezuela, man. I just like the way they're playing the game right now.
Plus
I like
420.
the DR. I'll take them.
All right, you take the DR. All right, USA, DR, Venezuela. There you go.
Venezuela.
So you might as well just crown Japan now.
Rackets said before Otani's done.
Yeah.
So,
That was the other thing I wanted.
I don't buy that.
Oh no, it's
It's a rack date.
No, it's done. No, it's
a rack date.
I looked it up.
The Angels.
No, they have to get approval from the Angels.
And the Angels said that they're not doing it. They're going to stretch him out themselves.
No.
He's got one more start with them, and then he's leaving the team. He's not going to be there for the semifinal or the final.
So his country will disown him.
Why wouldn't they pull? Why wouldn't they pull everybody from there? Then doesn't make sense.
I don't know.
Why not pull Trout?
Well, because Otani's got to play 16 positions, and he's about to get half a billy.
Yeah.
So I think
not from the Angels. Padres are going to sign him.
That's right.
But yeah, even Bill, you confirmed that too. I saw that yesterday.
So I looked it up before.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm not confirmed until I see him walk off the field.
he's supposed to leave the team after this coming in.
It doesn't say that it's happening. It says that that's rumored to happen.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, we're downgrading now. When Bill Rupp is your confirming.
Oh, I said he brought out the story. I looked.
When Bill Rupp is the confirming source, no, you need to find another one. Rackets, I believe that's rumored. You don't get a fucking confirmation on this fucking idiot. No. So we need to confirm the confirming source. Trey Wingo is more reliable than you when he tweets.
No,
he's not.
Yes,
that's lies. False lies.
Imagine Bill Rupp being your confirming source.
I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers is not.
Bill Rupp just read the same article Rackets read and didn't even realize.
Maybe.
Fucking confirm. What are we getting? Tennis rackets?
Barbora Krejcikova against Arina Sabalenka later on today. I think it's at 3:30. Maybe it's whenever one of these matches ends. Krejcikova beat her in the last match. It was 2-1, pretty close. She got spanked in the first set, 6-0, but then she came back and won in a tiebreaker second set, and then 6-1 in the third set. Expect a little bit similar results to the second and third set than I do the first set here. Krejcikova just playing better right now. Sabalenka, obviously, she won the Australian Open. Krejcikova is the only one that has beaten her so far this season as well. But she's just got the game for it. Krejcikova has already beaten Swiatek too. She's playing like a top 2-3 player in the world, and the value on it's just too much for it. I like the plus 133 or plus 132, whatever the hell it was, for Krejcikova. It probably does go 3 sets if you just want to bet the over 2.5, but I could see either one of them losing in straights.
Okay. Got some people texting me actually tonight. That's right. Saw 2 of these texts. Who I like from the NIT. Just to give you an idea, me and Howie talked about it a little bit. Interested in Rutgers, interested in Liberty. I don't really bet the NIT day 1 or 2 that much because you have no idea who wants to be there. So we'll have some bets out for it. I got to see a game for a lot of these teams to see who wants to be there. The one thing I know I want is I want Washington State. That's for damn fucking sure in this. But they're laying 10.5 tonight. So I think Washington State wins the NIT. That's my prediction. If you had to ask, I don't know if you guys even have NIT brackets or if they fucking exist. But I do like Washington State minus 10.5 to win the NIT, and I'm going to be riding them the whole way through. maybe money line parlaying or teasing them tonight. So that's one team I know needs to make a statement. Bill Rupp, final words. Any other sports we need to cover before we get out here?
I didn't look at NHL at all today, so I don't know if there's any NHL that you like.
Yeah, dude, you're not getting NHL from me for like a week.
Yeah.
I'll glance at it right now, but I have no interest. There's too much going on for me right now. No, I don't care about anything.
Get him, Jen.
Final words, Bill.
Collect on Monday.
Collect on Monday. All right.
And Aaron Rodgers will not be a Jet.
Yeah. Keep saying that. Keep clipping
I am.
that, Evan. Evan, anything else we need to cover?
Nothing else. Aaron Rodgers will be a Jet. Do sign up and come back tomorrow for an even better show.
Yeah, that's right. It's going to be a very good show tomorrow. Rackets?
Yeah, I'm trying to find this number real quick, and I can't fucking find it.
Bill's number?
There
Just
it
look
is.
at the bathroom wall of any guess.
No, I'm going to give you one of the win total.
Right above the circle where you put your mouth.
Win. Major League Baseball win total. Oakland A's under 60.5 wins, minus 120. Under 60.5. This team is not winning 60 games.
Tommy's team.
No.
They are fucking
You like that?
trash.
I mean, I liked them for like a minute.
Under 60.5.
I like
Hammer
betting
it,
for a
take it. They'll be lucky to win 55.
What's the line?
Minus 120.
Can you bet their home total?
Can you bet their attendance is 60.5? The amount of thousands of people will show up at their games at home.
Total attendance for the season,
Total
60.5
attendance,
people.
60,000.
About 8,000 a game last year.
I mean, listen, that's literally could be a month for them. 60,000 people.
Yeah,
They had games where they had 27 people show up.
they're not even done just selling off the rest of the team too. They're fire sailing fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Which, is not bad. The young kids are good, bro. I would like a whole team of young kids. Hey, Cashman, how about you play the young guys?
Tell them, Bill. All right. Any final words for anyone else?
Bill's got a quick
Rackets
log.
5:30. Or 6 o'clock, whenever 6, 7, whatever.
Last
Sometime
fucking
today.
Rupp and Rackets went for 4 days. I ended up being in the Discord till Monday morning.
You guys were
Aaron
talking
Hicks.
about you love drugs. What are you gonna do?
Drugs are
Fuck
awesome.
you, Aaron Hicks.
Bill's got a crip walk. We got a $50 dono.
Yeah, Bill, you got a crip walk for the $50. I know
Yeah.
you're tired.
Sick.
And next week is the ranch ice cream.
$50
I can't get
minimum.
it. I can't get the ranch ice cream till March 20th. It comes out in Walmart, so it'll be next week.
All right. For Evan Hand, Joey Rackets, Howie Dewey, and Bill Rupp, I am Tommy G. $50 for the crip walk out. Go get it, Bill. Good luck. Stay cashing, motherfuckers. Let's go! Let's go!